everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steven. In this video we're going to talk about a paraglider ready to fly kit. So this would be a paraglider and the canopy, which is the parachute, is in this bag. It's a ready to fly kit, so it does come with the radio. Right here on the paraglider is the receiver already bound to the radio. You also get a 3S LiPo battery and a battery charger, and with this battery you can get 30 minutes of flight time. In addition, in the kit you get a spare frame and a spare prop in case you damage it. So the next thing I want to show you is me flying this, and if you watch me flying this you're going to see how easy it is for you, an absolute beginner, to also fly this. Check it out, then come on back to me. All right, a super cold morning and I'm out with the paraglider, the ready to fly kit. So I'm just going to take it out of the box. I've already charged up the battery, hook everything together and go for a flight. This should be fun. And to help out with the filming of this review, I'm going to use my DJI Mini 5 Pro. Here we go. Also, our fall weather has arrived and it's pretty cold this morning. It's -1 degree Celsius. I'll put what that is in Fahrenheit up here someplace. There's lots of frost on the grass. That is frost going right by my camera. Yikes. So my DJI Mini 5 Pro is right here filming me, and it does a great job of just filming me away back there. The cool thing is it's high quality and I can zoom in and crop in to bring the camera closer anytime I need to. Now, as soon as I figure out how to get this box open, we'll get our little paraglider out. Is this thing child-proof? What am I doing wrong here? There it is. This has got the weirdest opening. I don't want to open it that everything falls out, but there we go. I finally got it. That took a while. Okay, so all I need out here is the remote, and this remote has already been bound to the paraglider, so we're all good to go. Next, I pull out the paraglider, and that's all I need. So the parachute is in the bag, which I'm going to pull out right now. There we are. And I can get rid of this bag. Next, the biggest thing to make sure is you don't have your wires, or your strings I should say, all tangled up. So you want them to go behind the paraglider. And now I'm just going to unfold our parachute, see what it looks like. I've never seen what colors this is. I see a little bit of orange on the side and black. All right. Oh, it got some blue and some reds in there. There you go, that's a nice color. So make sure it's set up correctly. I assume it is, or not. So that's the front of the parachute where it has a little bit of folded over material. That would be the front. So that's the strong area. So it would fly like this. So it means my paraglider would fly like this. So let me just put it down here. So first things first, let's power on our remote. Make sure your left joystick's all the way down. Don't worry about these switches. You can push them all the way away from you. Powered on, should make a sound. There we go, made double beep. It's all set to go. Next, take your paraglider and just plug in your battery. It will initialize itself, make all these sounds. There we go, it's ready to go. And we'll see if it works. See these little arms down here? I'll try to sit still. There we go, they move. It's really good to fly this baby if you have some wind, like a little bit of a breeze. I don't have much today. I can feel a little colder on my face looking this way. So I'm gonna toss it that way and see what happens. You would toss it like this. You keep your little motor pointing down. So as I move the left joystick, I get throttle. Just don't get your fingers in there. All right, baby. Let's see if you thunder in or fly. So you put the throttle at half. Go like this. Not getting a lot of wind, but there she goes. And I toasted it. I didn't like that sound when it crashed. And it's full of ice and snow. And my battery fell out. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I actually damaged the prop when I hit. Can you imagine that? So it means when it hit, the prop hit these little areas. So I'm not gonna have as much power. The tips of the prop are off, it's gonna vibrate, but I'll try it again. So let's see what it sounds like with the broken prop. Still working. You could say I'm pretty relaxed at these things. It hit the harder ground. I'm gonna go a little bit over here into the grass. So let's stand this way. I'll be out of this camera, but my Mini will get me here. This time I'm gonna jog a little. Gotta go. Here we go. Half speed. Okay, she's going. So it flies with a broken prop and I can steer it. I'm going over back to me. And sliding it around. There you go. So if you know what you're doing, you can get this up in the air. You saw how I threw it the first time. I probably didn't do it properly, but now on the second time it's working pretty good. I'll bring it down low to me. So I'll show you what you can do with these things. Here's coming down low to me with a broken prop. Still flying. keep it away from the Mini. Oh, I'm in the sun. We don't want to be in the sun because it blinds me. Let me try to explain how you fly this thing. So you have your right joystick and that's your left and right. Your left joystick is just your throttle. So your throttle works, if you want more height, give it more throttle. More height, going up, going up, going up. And then I'm gonna release the throttle and just let it glide right over here. It's pretty simple to fly it, and I'll show you what I mean as I'm gonna bring it down right by me. So I'm gonna go try to close my eyes. I go through the sun here, go through the sun, and then I'm gonna open my eyes and I'm gonna bring it around here. You can control how fast you want the turns to be, and I'll go right at my head. There we are. Now the question a lot of people are going to ask is, can a beginner fly this? Yes, you can, because as soon as you get it up in the air, see how, look at my joysticks? I don't even have to touch it. Oh, I'm in the sun. This is not a good example. Let me just bring it back over here. So I've got my throttle pretty low and I'm not doing anything. Matter of fact, I'm going to run after it and I'm going to follow it with my head cam. I'll bring it up a little bit so it comes around to me. And there we go. And now we'll follow it. I'll try not to crash. Into my Mini, into the sun. I'll bring it over to the right. And there we go, coming back at me, nice and low. I don't want to catch it or anything, but there we are. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some aerobatics. And you're probably saying, aerobatics? How do you do aerobatics? It's pretty simple. Just get a bit of height and you're just gonna give the throttle full power. So I'll put it up in the sky right here where you can see it, and I'll do a flip. You ready? It should do it. I've never tried it, but let's try it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip. There we go. And a little circular flip, and another one, and there we go. And you're probably wondering, how did he do that? It's too easy. You just give it lots of throttle. It will flip. You can pull back on the joystick, push the joystick side to side on the right-hand side after you pull throttle on the left-hand side. And that's how easy it is. Now, the next thing I want to try to fly this with the broken prop is to put a heavy camera on it. I don't know if that's going to work. So I'm going to bring it down for a landing here. There we go. Boink. Right there. And throttle's off. And let's go put a camera on it. And if you're wondering, would it make a difference if I had a non-broken prop on it, vice the broken one I have on it? A little bit of a difference. It would be less noisy. So the camera I have is the Insta360 Go Ultra. It's got a bit of weight to it. I'll see if it can lift it. If it can, it will fly. If not, it'll just thunder into the ground. But we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'll show my Mini 5 Pro. There's the camera right there. I'm skeptical it will work because if this moves to the side or hits the ground, the camera's going flying. And then I gotta search for the camera. So the trick is to get it up in the air, flying. But it is a lot of weight on this thing. I don't think it's powerful enough, but here we go. Let's just see if she inflates nicely. Yeah, it inflates well, so we're good. I'm still using the same battery. All right, I'll try a little bit of running. So that inflates our little parachute. Well, she's up, baby, with the camera on it. Oh my Lord, I did not think that would work. But look at that. So now you're gonna have footage from the Insta360 Go Ultra, and it seems to fly quite well with the camera. So if you get one of these, you can put some serious weight on it. Look, it's coming right by me. Wabba wabba. That is just so weird. I didn't think it would work. So here I am, flying this thing. I broke the prop. I've got a camera on it, and she flies like an ace. So I've got nothing but praise for this thing. This is awesome. And look, I'm flying it low to the ground. Normally, if you put weight on these things, you want to take them up because they keep falling to the ground. But no, this one here just keeps on flying and flying and flying. I'll go past me again. Coming around, nice and sharp turn this time. And oh, stay away from my Mini. I was coming towards my Mini there. Now we're going side to side. I'll take it up. Let's give it some height. There we go, now we're up there. Not super high, but high enough. If you go past 50% throttle, it's really gonna wanna climb, so you have to control the throttle nice. Now I've got it up there. And the question everybody's gonna have is, if I turn the throttle off, what happens? Throttle off. I'm not doing anything. Well, I better steer it because it's gonna go over into the forest over there. But there we go. It's just gliding. It's gliding in the morning air. It's coming down with the weight of the camera, but I can have it come and glide right past me here. There we are. It's coming down, and I'll give it a little bit of throttle. And right by me. So I'm impressed, guys. I'm really impressed. So let me bring this down for a soft landing. Coming at me, and I don't want to land on the hard stuff, so I'm going to land it on the soft stuff over here. Right over here. I'll try to land it right in front of my Mini, right here. Coming right at me, nice and low. Oh, so I land on the hard stuff. So honestly, I've got nothing but praise for this thing. It works really well. It's very reliable, and you do get a spare prop. And if you fly in the freezing cold where the temperatures are below zero, you probably will break the prop, as I have done here, as it hits the ground because it's frozen and it can't flex. But they give you a spare prop, so everything's good, and they give you spare arms and a spare body, so it doesn't matter what you break, you have replacement parts. All right, let's go back to indoor Steve. Here we have the box the Paraglider arrives in. The first thing in the box you'll find would be the instruction manual. Next, you'll have the Paraglider, which arrives fully assembled. Even the receiver has been installed, as well as the prop and the servos. The included battery is a 3S LiPo at 1500 milliamp hours, and the battery has an XT60 connector. A battery charger is also included. To power on the Paraglider, simply connect the battery. The kit does include one spare prop and additional body pieces. The RC radio remote arrives in its own box. A neck lanyard is included with the radio. You'll note that the radio is a mode 2 with the left joystick dropping to the bottom. You can reverse any of the servos by selecting the buttons at the bottom of the radio. If you need to adjust the servos on the Paraglider, you can play with the trim controls. There are switches on the radio, but none of those switches are used with the Paraglider. 4 AA batteries are included so that you can power the radio. Moving the right joystick left or right steers the Paraglider. Moving the joystick up will allow more air to go into the canopy, and pulling the joystick down will allow less air to go into the canopy, causing a braking maneuver. And finally, moving the left joystick up will increase the speed of the prop. All right, you're back to me, and I want to show you the prop that was damaged but still flew. Check this out. So if my camera is focusing right here, you can see I'm missing the tip of that prop, and if I spin it, this one is bent and also chipped. And if I spin it again, you can see chips taken out of that one. That was due to my crash landing. If the weather had been warm when I first flew this, and had I not landed on a hard surface or crashed it into a hard surface, then the prop would have been in perfect condition because it'd be flexible in warm weather. But the important takeaway is that even with the broken prop, it still flew fine. Now, if you buy this kit, which I highly recommend, then one thing you have to do, especially if you're a newbie, is there's little antennas coming off the receiver. You will need to strap them down to the frame, as I have done. So here is the receiver, and there's 2 antennas coming out of it, and I have strapped them up here to the frame and taped them with yellow tape into position. So they're strapped up there. If you don't do that, I'm afraid you'll probably chop your antennas and then your receiver will never work again. Now, speaking of the receiver, I want to show you something else that's pretty cool. Check this out. So if you look at the receiver right here, you can see there's other spots on the receiver, open channels to plug in different devices. The different devices people usually plug in on a Paraglider are LED lights, so you can plug LED lights into those channels. If you want, you can assign the channel to a switch on your radio because there's lots of switches that aren't used, but most people just plug the lights in and the whole thing glows, LED colors or flashes, whatever you like as you're flying. You can even put a light shooting up into the canopy. Very common in the Paraglider world, and when you fly at night, this whole thing lights up and glows. Now, if you haven't already realized it, it is a brushless motor at the back, which means the highest level of motor you could possibly get on a Paraglider. It's not a brush motor, it's brushless. And another thing, if you didn't realize, the prop that comes with this, the 3-bladed prop, well, it's an FPV prop for FPV drones, so if you go on Amazon, you can buy 4 at a time for like $2. They're not very expensive. So you can order this kit with 1, 2, or 3 batteries, and you can also order it with different colors of canopies. The parachute up top, so if you want a blue parachute or the one I had, you can get either parachute. If you're new to the world of paragliders, well, the most expensive part of a paraglider is this, the canopy, the parachute. I don't know why they're so expensive, but if you want a big canopy or a different type of canopy, they cost a lot of money, almost as much as this ready-to-fly kit costs. So you're getting a good deal that the parachute is included. So with all that said, I'm going to put links to this product below. You can go check it out. It is on the stirlingkit website, and if I look at the price right now, it starts at $179 US, which is a fantastic price. I don't know of any other store that has these things for that low of a price with this good quality. And the last thing to mention, if you buy this, always make sure your cables are not tangled up. Get used to how they're supposed to look, especially when it comes out of the box. Take a picture of how everything looks. It's pristine when it comes out of the box, not like mine right here all messed up. But take a picture because you will tangle up the cables every now and then. And if the cables are slightly tangled, it will not fly. You will crash into the ground every time. So people who can't fly these, it's because their cables are tangled and they don't realize they're doing it wrong. All right, that's it. So this brings me to the end of the video. If you have questions on this product, post your questions below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in a future video review with many cool products. Until then, I say bye.